Good day, dear students. Welcome to our today's lesson. Together, let us discover the fascinating world of plate boundaries. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to 1. Identify the different types of plate boundaries. 2. Describe the different types of plate boundaries. To start, let us take activity 1. Have fun with riddles. Answer the riddle by choosing the right term from the options given. Write your answer on your paper. You have 10 seconds to answer. Number 1. I'm where plates come together, converge in a grand embrace, create mountain ranges and seismic shakes. What am I? The answer is convergent plate boundaries. Number 2. At my boundary, plates pull apart, diverge with a rift, spew molten rocks to form new crust. What am I? The answer is divergent plate boundary. Number 3. My realm is where plates slide past each other, grind in a silent dance, cause earthquakes and fault lines. What am I? The answer is transform fault boundary. Number 4. My territory lies in the ocean depths where seafloor spreading creates a continuous conveyor belt of fresh crust. What am I? The answer is divergent plate boundary. Number 5. My domain is where tectonic forces clash, shape the Earth's surface with their immense power, leave behind a legacy of mountains, valleys, and scars. Who am I? The answer is convergent plate. How is your score? Did you get a perfect score? If yes, great job. You nailed our riddles. If no, don't worry because we still have a lot of activities to do in this lesson. Moving on, let us take activity 2. Look for its match. In this activity, match the movements of the plates shown in column A with the corresponding descriptions in column B based on the illustration provided. Write the letter of your answer on your paper. You have 2 minutes to answer this. Let us check your answers. If you got all the correct answers, you are awesome. This time, let us know more about plate boundaries. What is a plate boundary? A plate boundary is a boundary between two tectonic plates where the plates are moving horizontally or vertically in opposite directions, not against or away from each other. There are three kinds of plate tectonic boundaries: divergent, convergent, and transform plate boundaries. This image shows the three main types of plate boundaries. As you can see in the illustration, convergent boundaries. Plate boundaries are regions where two tectonic plates move towards each other and collide. Example, the collision of the Indian plate and the Eurasian plate, forming the Himalayas. Divergent boundaries. Plates move apart from each other, creating new crust as magma rises to fill the gap. Example, the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, where the Eurasian plate and North American plate are moving apart, creating new ocean crust. Transform boundaries. Plates slide past each other horizontally, causing earthquakes along the fault lines. Example, the San Andreas Fault in California, where the Pacific plate and the North American plate slide past each other. Let us take activity 3. Check your understanding. Briefly answer the questions provided. Write your answers on your paper. You have 10 seconds to answer. Number 1. What are the different types of plate boundaries? The answers are: transform fault boundary, convergent plate boundary, divergent plate boundary. Number 2. Which plate boundary moves slide past each other horizontally? The answer is A. Transform fault boundary. Number 3. How does the movement of divergent plate boundary differ from convergent plate boundary? Briefly explain. You have 20 seconds to answer. The answer is divergent plate boundary. The two plates move apart from each other. While a convergent plate boundary, two tectonic plates move toward each other and collide. Now that you identified the different types of plate boundaries, let's understand the movement of plate boundaries by completing the second activity. Activity 4 is through the map. Identify the plate boundary that occurs between the following plates. Write your answers on your paper. You have 10 seconds to answer. Number 1. Eurasian and Philippine plate. Number 2. North America and Pacific plate. Answer, transform boundary. Number 3. Eurasian and Indian plate. Answer, convergent boundary. Number 4. African plate and South American plate. Answer, divergent plate boundary. Number 5. South American and Nazca plate. Answer, convergent plate boundary. Activity 5, Tectonic moves. A dance of plates. Group yourself consists of 5 members. Create a dance to represent the 3 types of plate boundaries: divergent, convergent, and transform. Use the scoring rubrics as your guide. As our last activity in this lesson, create drawings that depict the motion of plate boundaries. Be guided by the rubrics and use short bond paper for this activity. Keep in mind that studying feels like navigating plate boundaries. Sometimes converging with new ideas, diverging from distractions, and transforming our understanding. Just like tectonic plates, we collide with challenges, drift from the familiar, and reshape our knowledge. So, let's embrace the journey, for in the convergence of effort, the divergence of distractions, and the transformation of understanding, lies the beauty of learning. This is all for today. Thank you for attending my class. See again tomorrow.